welcome back. Fred in the Shed 2, where everything's a little bit more relaxed than Fred in the Shed 1. Now, a couple of videos ago, I sort of did a vlog, if you like. It wasn't a guide. I did a vlog where I put a brand new battery into an iPhone 6. I did it. Yeah, it was successful. I did struggle to get the battery out of the phone. It was held in quite firmly, well, very firmly in fact, by some adhesive, and yeah, it was a bit of a struggle to get the battery out, but it was a success, and that gave us a spare old iPhone. Now, a member of our family, he sort of heard, he hadn't seen the video, but he heard that I'd bought a battery off eBay and fitted a battery, and he said to me, oh, you know, my phone's sort of doing the same thing, it's not holding a charge. Would I be able to fit the battery in his phone? And to be honest, I sort of held back. I kind of really, after I'd sort of done the battery on our iPhone 6, and it had taken me about 30 minutes of sort of using a credit card to try and get that battery out, I was a little bit apprehensive about taking on someone else's phone, because this was his main phone, of course, and he was relying on it. So yeah, if I had cocked that up or broken something, then I would have felt very responsible. So I backed off a bit. Anyway, he went ahead, he bought himself a iPhone replacement battery from eBay and the appropriate little kit that comes with it, and he had a go himself. Now the guy in question, he's not stupid at all. He's very competent. He works with his hands. He repairs pocket watches. He's very, very good. Got all of the equipment that you would possibly need. But so he had a go at this phone. Obviously had a go at himself, and unfortunately, it didn't work out very well. This is what I've been sent over, and what he said happened was, it was all going quite well until he tried to get the battery out of the phone, and obviously it's sort of stuck down really tight. And what he did, which was a mistake, he got a metal bladed screwdriver and he attempted to prise the battery out of the phone casing that way, and it went up. It absolutely just ignited. It went up into flames very quickly. Now, that was the reason when I did my phone, I specifically said that I was not doing a battery replacement guide on the iPhone 6, because these lithium-ion batteries that you get, they are dangerous. They will ignite. They will self-ignite if they become ruptured, if they become folded, and they do go up very quickly. There's plenty of videos on YouTube where you can sort of see these batteries being punctured. And yeah, I was very sort of aware of that when I was doing my own phone, and that's really why I wasn't going to put anything out as a guide. It's very much at your own risk. And a few people said that in the comments, and are absolutely right. Oh, one guy got his knickers in a twist, and he was so upset by the fact that I dared to open an iPhone and take the battery out that he decided to unsubscribe in a fury of anger. Well, yeah, laters to him. But yeah, a lot of people did say, you know, these batteries are dangerous, and they are. And this is the result. This is what can happen. It really can all go quite badly wrong for you. Anyway, he threw all this in the bin. He was sort of so kind of upset, if you like. He just threw everything in the bin. And I gave him the iPhone 6 that I'd resurrected with a new battery. So he's got himself a decent phone. And you know, and I said to him, well, don't throw it in the bin. Chuck it over. Let me have a look at it, and I'll see what I can do. And here it is, and it's very badly burned and scalded and very sooty, and it smells horrible. And he said it got really hot very quickly, and in fact he burnt the tips of his fingers trying to sort of get the battery out. But looking round the phone itself, I can sort of see a little tiny bit of melting round here on this sort of ribbon cable. I guess that's a ribbon cable, and this bit of plastic down here seems to be a little bit sort of scalded and, is that a word? Or melted, if you like. But everything else seems to be relatively okay, other than soot. There's lots of black sort of soot on the phone. So I thought, well, just for the amusement factor, I thought, and the fact that I've got the new battery anyway, and we've got, he did save all the screws, and he's written down all the positions and that, so he did it properly, just unfortunately cocked up on the battery. So I thought, well, for the amusement factor, I'd have a go. I'd see if I can resurrect it. If I can get it working, then it does give us a spare phone again, even though it's a little bit scalded inside. So that's what I'm going to do on this video, just a sort of chatty video. Again, I'm not saying this is a guide, and yeah, I don't really recommend it unless you're very, very careful that you take these on yourself. To be honest, this is the result. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to speed everything up, and then sort of will catch me at the end and see if I'm successful. Right, well, that's out of the way, and that was a deeply unpleasant job that I wouldn't particularly want to do again. What happened, it appears that the adhesive, those two adhesive strips, just melted and sort of solidified really into like a kind of shellac gloop. It was horrible. Seemed worse down this side, so I'm beginning to think that I think the guy probably had prized the battery on this side and probably split the cell, and that's where the fire would have started, because I think that's where the most intense heat was generated. Anyway, I've managed to get as much as I'm ever going to sort of get out. So the next stage now is just to sort of clean away all of this soot, and hopefully nothing is badly damaged. I'm just going to use some Isopro alcohol and an old toothbrush and a little what are these called, cotton buds, aren't they? Little cotton bud. Yeah, just go round it and sort of clean away the worst of the soot. Just zooming in on the phone now, I've cleaned away some of the soot, and there is some damage here on this ribbon cable that I'm not quite sure exactly where this goes, but you can sort of see, I don't know if you can see, it's like a bubbling effect. I don't know if I can get that on the light. It's where the plastic coating, if you like, has sort of has been overheated, superheated by the battery, and has broken down. So I'm not sure to what effect that is going to affect the working of the phone. Won't know until I actually sort of boot it up. But everything else looks okay. Just sort of looking round it. Again, there's some sort of melted plastic insulation down here. I know you can't really see that very well on the camera, but yeah, part of this has been affected as well. But I think we'll just have to see. I think we'll just have to try and rebuild it back up, attach the new battery, and see what we shall see. That's all we can do, really. It's just sort of a bit of a win-win situation. It hasn't actually cost us anything. So yeah, let's get on with that. Right, I think before I bother to put that shielding plate back on, got the screen just connected there. Those little very, very small contacts are quite small. I think we just might as well just boot it up, I think, and see what's what. That looks good. That's the Apple logo. So we knew the screen was undamaged because that had been taken off before the battery ignited. But whether it will boot is another thing, but that's quite hopeful. Yeah, we've got 1% battery, so I haven't supplied the battery charged. Let me just see if I can put in his code. And there you go. What do you think of that? It's a winner chicken dinner. And yeah, it's come on absolutely fine. Everything seems to be okay. Screen's sort of working all right. Phone itself seems responsive. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest. Doesn't seem to be any sort of lasting damage at all. So yeah, what do you think? On the news, another terrorist attack in London yesterday. Another lunatic with a knife. And all the Brexit that's going on in the UK. So yeah, there you go. So we now have a very nice spare phone. So we gave a phone away, and we got one back. So the battery's sort of charged up to 84%. So there you go. That was quite interesting. So yeah, it's possible, you know, even with that amount of sort of damage on the inside, all that heat, it's still possible that these phones work quite well. I mean, they are made quite well. It's just I still don't understand, and I said this on the last video, why they stick those batteries in with such strong adhesive when everything is so nicely engineered. Why they just can't put like a little sort of metal clip or plastic clip over the battery that you could just remove the clip and the battery comes out. It wasn't like that on the iPhone 4 when I replaced batteries on those, but maybe they're doing it because they don't want you to replace the battery. You know, maybe that's what it's about. Well, there you go, just a little thing there on Fred in the Shed 2, another iPhone resurrected. And yeah, well, as always, there's the old fun. Cheers, thanks for tuning in. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. I do appreciate it. I don't get many subscribers on here. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, give old Fred the old thumbs up, and then I know you're watching it and you're enjoying it. But as for now, as always, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one, whether it be on Fred in the Shed 2 or Fred in the Shed 1. I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you later.